Mom said, welcome back to the channel. So today I have a recipe for you, and it's a recipe that I've been making for quite a few months now, and it's homemade peanut butter. So when I started this health journey, I used to buy Jiffy from the store, and creamy Jiffy at that, and that was our favorite, and we liked it. But when I looked at the ingredients, once I started this health journey, I knew it was something that I needed to replace. So I started replacing it with just a natural peanut butter. And if you look at the back of natural peanut butters, what you will find is peanuts and oil usually are the two ingredients. Sometimes not even oil, just straight peanuts. And that's great. And we did that for a lot of years. It was kind of an adjustment for my kids, but usually on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, when you slap some jelly on it and stuff, it tastes really delicious. But they would sometimes say or miss that Jiffy peanut butter, and probably likely because it was sweeter. And just about a couple months ago, I decided to buy peanuts off of Azure Standard, which is where I buy them in bulk, and then I freeze them until I'm ready to make peanut butter. And I decided to buy some and give it a try. And so I started adding things in like salt and honey and then a little bit of avocado oil. And I made the most delicious peanut butter. Actually, my oldest daughter even said that she preferred this over the Jiffy. Well, she called it the peanut butter I used to buy, which is Jiffy. So anyways, that is when I knew that this was a good peanut butter. Now, you will have to store it in the refrigerator, so it's not something that is shelf stable because you're using really raw whole ingredients. So you do have to store in the refrigerator. So when I make up a batch, sometimes we'll have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches right off the get-go with it, and it's nice and soft and creamy and smoothable. Then I store it in the refrigerator and it lasts for weeks in there. We do pull it out and let it get back to room temperature in order to let it spread a little bit better. And that's just the same, even with natural peanut butters that you buy from the store, they're supposed to be stored in the refrigerator as well once you open them. And so it's the same thing. They get a little bit harder to spread. If you let it come to room temperature, then it's no big deal. So what you're gonna start with, now I'm filling this size jar. I don't even know, it doesn't say. I don't even know what size it is, but it's definitely bigger than a pint. It's probably, I would say maybe a quart and a half is what this size is. This is what I store in my refrigerator and I fill it up. So I'm making enough peanut butter for that. That's the recipe I'm going to give you, but if you want to just fill like a pint-sized jar of peanut butter, because that's what you would go through in a couple weeks, then go ahead and half this recipe. But you're going to start with 4 cups of dry roasted peanuts. You're going to stick them on a cookie sheet in as much of a single layer as you can. I just kind of smooth them out so that they're single layer. And then I have my oven on at 350 degrees. You're just going to roast them for like 6 minutes total. You have to watch them, because I've made the mistake of letting them burn. They burn really quickly, and then your peanut butter actually has like a smoky burnt taste to it. It's not as good. So I have my oven set for 350. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my timer for 3 minutes, pop these in, let them go for 3 minutes, shake them around a little bit, put them back in, do another 3 minutes. But the last 3 minutes that I do, I'm gonna watch them very, very closely, because if they look like they're starting to burn, instead of just getting that nice nutty aroma smell, then I will pull them out right away. So 6 minutes is usually the tops, but watch them on the second 3 minutes. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in, and I'm gonna start my timer, and we will shake them up and do another 3 minutes in just a minute when this goes off. Okay, the peanuts came out of the oven. They don't really look super golden, a little bit, but they have like a nutty smell, and they're glistening a little bit because you're pulling out some of the oils in the peanuts already. And so that's what you're looking for when they're done roasting. If you're short on time, you can skip that step altogether, but I do feel like it definitely makes the peanut butter that much better. If you want crunchy peanut butter, I would take 1/3 of those peanuts, blend them up just for a second, and let them chop up a little bit, but not puree. Take that out of the blender and set them aside to add back into your peanut butter at the end. We like smooth peanut butter, so I want all of my peanuts to be smooth. So I'm going to go ahead and stick them all in my Vitamix blender. You may use a food processor if you don't have a really good high-powered blender. I like using my Vitamix. And I'm going to go ahead and add just 1 tablespoon of avocado oil. Now, peanuts itself are going to be oily, and so you want to be really careful about how much oil you're adding, and you want to do it slowly, otherwise you could potentially have just really oily peanut butter, and that's not good either. So I'm going to go ahead and start my blender, and what I'm doing at this point is just going to blend it up for a minute, stop it, scrape down the sides, blend it up for a minute, stop it, scrape down the sides, and just keep doing that until I have a very smooth consistency. Once I get to that point, I'll add in my honey and my salt, any other oil if I need it, if it's too thick or not, and then you will blend it up one more time and you'll have your peanut butter. So I'm going to go ahead and start blending this up and stopping it and scraping it down as I need to until I get the right consistency. Okay, so my peanut butter isn't 100% smooth yet, but it's kind of just gritty. It's not chunky at all, just a little bit gritty. I ended up adding 3 tablespoons total of avocado oil, and so that's just going to change as you go. So whatever your peanut butter, or you know, just the day and the peanuts and all of that, that's going to change. So I always start with 1 and then add as I need to as it's blending. Now I'm going to add in about 3/4 a teaspoon of salt, and this is just a good quality sea salt, and 2 tablespoons of honey. The reason I stopped it here and didn't add any more avocado oil or anything like that is because the honey is also a liquid, and so it's going to let it get even smoother with that. So I'm going to add those to the blender, and we're going to give it one last blend before we are all done and ready to get our peanut butter into the jar. I try and stir it in just a little bit. Alright, and there you have it. A creamy, it's kind of thick, creamy peanut butter that is so good. The kids have been chomping at the bit for some apples and peanut butter. I've been out of peanut butter for about a week, so I am going to serve them up some apples and peanut butter. This is the best peanut butter that you will eat, and it's so healthy with good ingredients in it. I don't mind them eating it anytime they want.